Hey there, Bricksters and Ego friends. So, what I got going on here is the first layer of the Enchanted Mountain, or Christmas Mountain, or whatever you want to call it. So, basically, I scaled it back down. The train vertex, whatever you want to call it thing, was just not working. I don't think the train would have ever got up around it and come back down. So, I just scrapped the whole idea of it and went with it on the flat. And now I decided to put the white felt, the sprinkly felt. I call it sprinkly because it's got the sparklies in it. And I'm going to put that on the top here. I just stapled that down, and I'm just sort of cutting the edges out now to make it look like icicles hanging down over the edge. So in doing so, it frees up a lot of space rather than having that whole area right there 8 inches high of sort of an enclosed mountain just for the ride. And I can put the whole Santa's North Pole and everything right on this layer with the train. I think it's going to work out super duper cool. This is just like update number 1 of what's going on. Nothing underneath this, is just a plain piece of plywood. You can see that I cut it right there, just like that. I put the track on and cut it accordingly around the thickness of the track. And I cut this out here to a gap because this is as far as I want it to overhang over the village. But because the track loop needs to be bigger, I had to come out with it. And this was the part that was really hanging me up on the thing, because with the cardboard base on that and everything, with the loopy thing that I had going on, it was enclosing, it was covering over too much of the bottom layout. So I decided to do this, and this will give it sort of like an effect that it's going across a big chunk of ice that's just sort of overhanging on the side of the mountain. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to lift this back lip up and slide some blue underneath it. It'll give it a little bit more depth and color, because I can see underneath here where I had painted this wood white, and it really brings out the white here, but it's kind of brown here underneath, darker because it wasn't painted. So I'm going to add some of this blue underneath, so it should give it the illusion of ice, I guess you want to call it that. So we're going to try it. But we have to pop off a few staples here, slide that underneath, and see what it's like. Okay, so I went and added that in. Don't know if you can see much of a difference here, but there is a little bit of the dark there and the blue underneath. But it might help a bit. So I fringed it all to make it look like icicles. Not the greatest icicles, but it, you know, represents it. So now what I'm doing is I'm binding it down over the edges with some bonding cement. It's just basically a latex bonding cement. Like this is a medical product, but it actually works quite well for everything else. And this is out of date, so I wouldn't use it for medical purposes or glue or anything. So it's a latexy bond. It's almost like contact cement, but you can actually peel it apart if you have to. So it's made for skin, so it's not like super strong and it won't tear your skin off. So anyway, it just basically has liquid latex, N-hexane, and zinc oxide in it, so the color it white, I guess. So anyway, like that's like 4 years out of date, but I just keep it here in the garage for odd craft projects like this. So I'm kind of bonding it down with that, and I should stick it down and keep the fringes down instead of up, and it's going to look pretty cool. Now I'm going to attempt to show you how I do this. So basically it's on a little brush, and we just paint it on there, paint that latex on, and whoops, and just push that down over the edge like that, and that will eventually dry and glue, and we'll keep it down nice and straight. Okay, so back again, and now we have the track screwed down to the top of the board. As you can see right here, we just use little screws, 1/4 inch long, just to put them in. Number 6, I think they are. They fit in the hole perfectly, in the little screw down hole. Like they have a screw down hole right there, for this purpose actually, that I can tell. So, and then what we did, But before we did that, actually, we took it out and we spray painted the tracks. So if you're a purist, you may not want to hear this, but we spray painted them white, and then we like tick coated them with like an icy blue on the top, so it kind of looks like an ice track. Let me know what you think about that effect. Okay, now at this point, before we go and put it on the display, we have put all the copper around the plastic track and soldered it at its appropriate locations. Now, some people found that they didn't have to solder it because it conducted quite well. I found some of the stickiness on the back side of the brand that I'm using doesn't conduct very well, so it's best to just solder the ends together, just like so, and it works perfect. You can't see it up top anyway. You can't see it up top anyway, so it really doesn't matter. That's about it for me today. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe down below, and hit that notification bell so you'll know the next time we upload a video. Take care, and I will talk to you guys again in the next video very shortly.